on the ground. This is Leonard Fournette. Divisional round against the Steelers. Big game for Fournette. Over 100 yards.
That's right. I mean, 109 yards. You mentioned the 3 total touchdowns. But he got dinged a little bit in the game. That was a big deal for Leonard Fournette. And, of course, for his team.
To throw, it's Bortles. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And getting this just shy of 19 yards gives him a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Fournette, a first down carry, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. From midfield, here's Bortles. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
First carry for Chris Ivory. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A nice run leaves him just inches from a first. Could they possibly be tempted to try this on 4th and about a foot? And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Nortman on to kick as he sends it away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Before this next series gets going here offensively, what about that Saints-Vikings game?
There's so many different ways we can go and so many comments we can start with, but I hope you don't mind me starting with this one. Never in the history of the NFL, all right, did we ever think that Drew Brees could lead a team that scores and leave just 29 seconds on the clock.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Taken in at the 11. And an alley to run. And now out come the Jags. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Play fake here on first down. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there at 22. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Bortles will try again on second down. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Bortles again. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Well, earlier we mentioned Tom Brady being the oldest quarterback to start and win a playoff game as Patriots offense works their way back onto the field, Charles. It's now, for them collectively, 7 straight AFC championship appearances.
That's absolutely off the charts amazing in this era of parity in the NFL. Because you're not supposed to be a super team, right? Not supposed to be a juggernaut. 7 straight AFC championship game appearances. Phenomenal.
And the Jags playing in their first since 1999. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Throwing again. Brady. Toward the left sideline, but it's...
Those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Let's go.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And now another one thrown incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. On fourth down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Gets around him. And now running right through him. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense. First down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. From the gun, it's Bortles. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target, and it's second down. Well, Charles, looking at the final 4 teams left in the playoffs, there's been a lot of talk about the quarterbacks. 1 very experienced, 3 not. That kind of goes for the coaches as well. You have 3 coaches that really haven't been on this stage.
Yeah, think about it. This is the deepest 3 of them have been in playoff runs, right? Doug Marrone with Jacksonville, Mike Zimmer with Minnesota, and, of course, Doug Peterson with the Eagles. Now, Mike Zimmer's been on Super Bowl winning teams before as an assistant coach, so he understands it, but he hasn't been the guy calling the shots. This is going to be interesting to see how those three handle the big stage. Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game, the effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
The play fake to Ivory. Now Bortles. And that is incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Here's Brad Nordman now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Again, it's Lewis. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That good for 19 of the first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On first down, Brady. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now Brady throwing on second down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to find some space for Dion Lewis there. And it's 3rd and short.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll run it now out of the gun. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Brady now on first down. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Instead of the running back in New England, sometimes they like to call them the passing backs. They get them the ball in different ways, don't they?
They certainly do. Think about the ones they've had in recent vintage. You talk about Kevin Falk, Danny Woodhead, Shane Vereen. James White could have been the MVP in the Super Bowl if it wasn't for a certain quarterback that was on the field that day.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Brady to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Brady. They will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Brady finding Hogan on 3rd down, and the Patriots able to convert.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at it, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Bortles going to run the draw with Fournette. Fournette, 1st down, still going. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Well, there's a reason he was the first running back taken. You saw the ability there, the ability to be physical and get downhill. And how about him breaking off a nice gain there?
There's some Adrian Peterson comparisons out there now. That's high praise. Do you think that they're warranted?
Running style, very similar.
On 1st down, Bortles. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Ends up a nice 2nd down for them.
Throwing is Bortles. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Brad Nortman now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Brady gives this one to Lewis. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. New England on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He hits White, complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Slater on the return. The Patriots offense now. They work their way back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. The wideout, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, allow us to sidestep the action on the field for a second. Look at the NFC Championship game coming up. Minnesota, Philadelphia. What do you think, Davis?
How about this? 2 13-win teams going at each other. How about what could have been in the Final Four? If Pittsburgh had beaten Jacksonville, all 4 teams would have been 13-3.
Yeah.
What a phenomenal season. But even more so when you think about Case Keenum, quarterback of the Vikings, Nick Foles, quarterback of the Eagles. Neither was a starter when the season began, and both were recent teammates with the Los Angeles Rams.
And no one seems to be giving Philadelphia really much of a chance. They didn't last game against Atlanta. They were wearing the dog masks, saying they were underdog after the game, so they've got a chip on their shoulder.
They certainly do, and their offensive tackle, Lane Johnson, actually sold T-shirts about the underdog. One day, nearly $60,000 raised for Philadelphia Public Schools.
Wow. It's going to be a fun one. Vikes, Eagles. Brady looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? They're down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle. Now Lewis. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Second down following the run. From midfield, here's Brady. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. A big play. Brady to Gronkowski. 42 yards.
Well, there it is. Brady connected with Gronk, but at this stage of the game, this is kind of late for them. I'm used to this happening right out of the gate.
Yeah, and we were thinking we would see this per usual. First quarter, definitely second quarter, but not the case.
And their offense not moving the ball like they normally do. They're losing the game. Those two need to get together and fast.
Brady now to throw. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Offense with a fumble, but they recover it, and it brings up second down. Play action. Now it's Brady. Allen has it, left side. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So on 4th down, Brady will yield to Gostkowski for the field goal try. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And with that, they move ahead by a point here in this 3rd quarter. So I guess we'll call this a pitcher's duel so far. I think that was a 3-run homer there, and it makes it a 3-2 ball game.
Yeah, what inning are we in? It's not the most common of score lines, but it's pretty indicative of the fact that we're in for a tight one.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
I love it. A scout told me that with his running style, this guy's always the hammer, never the nail, but also has the ability to break it off big, too.
I was on the field for a game he had last year at LSU, and there were some college boys warming up. And then Leonard Fournette walked in. He is a man, full grown. Bortles now on first down. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Kyle Van Noy able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Second down now after the sack. Shotgun now for Bortles. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose, and the Patriots have it. So the Patriots coming out now.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They'll run it now out of the gun. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet, but not a whole lot of space down at the 30. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, That looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete. The completion there.
Don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but
yeah,
no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And down he'll go at the 25. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And this is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here. That looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Blake Bortles simply cannot keep putting his team, putting his defense in these types of predicaments. He's got to take care of the football.
And last season, a lot of the turnovers, just like this one, in Jags territory. 11 of the 16 really put them in a tough spot in plus territory for the opposition. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They try again with Lewis. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll be taken down at the 34. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. He'll look to throw. Dumps it off to Fournette. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it a second down. Back to throw. That is incomplete. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Clock running as Bortles hurries to try to get his guys set.
An extra corner on the field for New England here on 3rd down.
Yeah, another DB. He's back to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down. And now down to 24 seconds after the spike. The Jaguars on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Bortles. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Now Bortles, got to have this one. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Patriots are close to finishing off this football game. The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.